grab it with your hands, nothing's out of reach. If you really want something, if you need it, you can grab it with your hands, nothing's out of reach. If you really want something.
Hello all you wonderful people out there, welcome to Jamaican Experience. My name is Gabi and today I'm going to tell you about how my ex-husband finally came out of hospital and how I had to teach him everything over again. Big thank you to all the people who subscribe to our channel. Keep it up, subscribe, share, like and comment below. Remember. So today's story gonna be how he came out of hospital. Remember last time I told you about he was in Kingston in the hospital, so now they moved him from Kingston KPH to Falmouth and he stayed there about 2 more weeks until he was ready to come home. And when he finally did come home, he had to learn everything new. He had to learn to walk, even going to the toilet he had to learn again, talking because his speech was not very proper, and just actually everything he had to learn all over again. So over time it got a bit better, but he had quite some hallucinations as well. I remember one time he saw a car parking on our veranda, which was quite long, but definitely a car couldn't fit on that one, right? But he really saw a car. One time he saw big giant dogs in our yard and all that kind of stuff. And I remember one time I came home, lucky me, I came home because remember we had there an upstairs part 2 kitchen, and in the 2 kitchen he turned off every single gas stove. The entire gas stove was light, no fire, just the gas just went, you know. So, and he was a heavy smoker. I mean, it was a miracle, and his guardian angel definitely was working overtime again. So that was a good thing I came home on time. You have to remember my ex, before the accident, he had an IQ from 160, which is really quite a lot. And now he was just like a baby again. So it was really something else. So I had also other problems because that house we just moved in with 28,000 Jamaican dollar was impossible for me alone to handle. So I had to find a new place, and lucky with the help of some friends I found a lot smaller house a bit way down the road, same place in Greenwood, and it was quite nice. I didn't have that awesome view there, the big balcony and all that, but I didn't care. It was a lot cheaper. I think I paid like around 8,000 Jamaican dollar or something like that. I don't quite remember, but it was a lot cheaper. So we moved there. The house owned a Jamaican guy, he owned it, and he was, I believe he lived in Canada or America or somewhere. So he was like visiting once a year, that's what he told me beforehand. And yeah, it was really a nice yard. We had a couple of fruit trees like lime, mango, and at the time there also was a tree which I did not know then. Later I found out it was actually a pear tree, and I only found out because I looked in one of my cooking books, because I thought I did see that fruit somewhere before, and yes, it was a pear tree. So I picked them, and I picked them much too early, and then a neighbor told me to just wrap them up in the newspaper and they will then get ripe a bit faster. And from that day on until now I just love pear. I can just eat one just like that. But only Jamaican pear, because in Germany they only taste half as good, or not even that. By the time went by, my ex did much better. He started to go downtown by himself and look for his friends, and things kind of seemed to improve a lot, even though I always was worried that something might happen to him or he get lost or God knows what, but somehow he got a little bit better. I still had a problem with my car because he could not remember where he put my car, which was really awful. You can just imagine. And there's a lot of garages in Montego Bay, small ones, big ones, you know. Like I told you in my last video, I had some taxi driver friends looking for it. And eventually one day when I went on Bottom Road, one of my taxi friends came to me, Gabi, I found your car. And I was so excited. I mean, I couldn't believe that was months after. I mean, really a long time after. And it was just something else. So he drove me to the place where the car was, and there he was. Really, it was my car. I couldn't believe. Then the first thing, the owner from the garage was a really sweet guy, and the first thing he asked me also if I'm willing to sell it, because he loved the car so much and he wanted to buy it. My first thought was like, hell no, I'm not going to sell that car, and I went back home. And yeah, you know, I had some time thinking, and yeah, well, it was difficult because it was me alone who had to pay all the bills. And next morning I went back to the place and I actually sold my car, my taxi. It was such a sad moment, but I really did need the money to pay for all the bills, which were accumulating, definitely. So that's how my taxi just went, just like that. I forgot to tell you, the driver I had before, remember it was months after, and of course he was lucky enough to find another job, so he could not drive my car again. He found a really nice job with something he loved to do. He loved gardening and so, and he did get good pay there, and so, you know, and it's hard to find somebody you really can trust, never mind as a foreigner, you know. So that was part of the reason too why I decided to sell the car. Of course, that friend then also asked me about my girlfriend. Remember in one of my first videos I told you about how they were about to get married and they were so much in love with each other, and then she decided to stay in Germany, and he still keep on asking about her. He asked if I heard anything, and so, and unfortunately I had to tell him no, I didn't. I mean, he loved her really up to his dying day. He still was talking about her, and that was many years after. So then, guys, something else did happen. One day, my ex came home and he had a letter. Because for all the people who don't know that, in Jamaica you have a post office where you pick up your letters. So it's not like a Briefkasten, what we have here in Germany, a letterbox. So you just go to the post office and you pick up your letters. So he came home with this letter from Falmouth police station. Hello. You know, so I was thinking, what the hell do they want from him? And when he opened the letter, they invited him to come to the police station and to please carry his passport. Let me tell you, my butterflies, they went all over the place right away. I knew again there was something wrong. Remember I told you about my butterflies, and they hardly don't ever wrong. And the next day he had that appointment. He went to the police station, and guess what? He never came home. I waited until evening because he went early in the morning, and I waited until evening. He still wasn't home, and then the next morning I went to my good friend. That's the same guy who always used to call me his movie stars. And I went to him, told him about my problem, because for some reason I was afraid to go to the police station and check it out myself. Don't really know why, but I don't really like police. I mean, no disrespect, but nah. So he did me the favor. He went to the Falmouth police station and see what happened. And hell yes, they did lock him up. And the reason was because he overstayed. But remember, because of the accident, he wasn't even supposed to fly from Falmouth to Kingston, KPH, right? So how the hell he could fly back to Germany? It was impossible. I mean, that man was really sick. And this wasn't just a joke or overstay for fun, like, or so, you know. But anyway, so that's how he ended up in jail. So that was a totally different story, let me tell you that, man. And I almost fainted, I got a heart attack. At one point I even thought maybe they gotta come for me too, even though I was married and I didn't have no problems with my stay or whatsoever, but somehow this got me all excited. So next time I will tell you all about that and how it ended. And I also will tell you how I finally met Chrissy's and my other daughter's father. So that's gonna be a totally different story. So keep watching, right? Thank you for watching this one. Remember to subscribe, share it please, and like and comment below. Thank you very much. Goodbye.
Yeah, your heart is a sun
and it shines as it opens.
Where your heart is the sun, and it shines as it opens.
Yeah, your heart is the sun,